fellow South Africans. Tonight I'd like to speak about this issue this ongoing issue between the United States and South Africa. Mr. Donald Trump, I believe we might just have a solution to this issue. What's been happening is it's all fair and well. I know you're very upset with the ANC, which, believe you me, all of us South Africans are also with those characters. And we actually appreciate the fact that you want to take them by the short and curlies and give them a good wakening up call. But unfortunately, the way you're doing it at the moment with these sanctions and all that is going to affect us normal South Africans. And this not sending aid and all that, it's only going to affect us normal people that are living in here. As a man of God myself, I was speaking to you as a fellow Christian. Please think of it this way. Let's take empathy. Empathy is all over the Bible, isn't it? Read your Bible and think about it. What are you doing? Not to the ANC now. We're talking about all these sanctions and this holding back of this aid, which we do appreciate. Is it as South Africans, as normal people that could get up in the morning, go to work? As myself, I rely on a government pension. But anyway, that's not your problem. That's my problem. How I ended up here. I had a stroke and all the rest of it. But anyway, I can never go back to work. There's no ways. I've had numerous heart attacks and whatnot. All anyway, that's because of my lifestyle in the past. But I'm saying to you, please, before we end up with more people like me in this country, because maybe lack of the aid that you were supplying and the rest of the world, which we were very grateful for, you've now taken that away from us. Not from the ANC. You've actually taken it away from us. I believe that we might just have a solution.
The individual.
Yes, no, the average guy in the country. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, why don't you reconsider maybe taking one of the parties that you might have faith in, somebody like the DA or even the EFF, whoever. This is up to you and your Congress. Because that I cannot ask. I'm only asking you to reconsider this as an alternative way of denying us the aid. Give that over to permission, and you tell them straight, this is going to be run, this will be controlled by the DA only. I will give you the aid, but it will be controlled. Let's say for argument's sake, you give it to the DA, and you say to the DA or to Mr. Gayton McKenzie, which I believe would really take control of that. He would do it properly, because I really got trust in him. He's got a heavy, very strong backbone, that man.
He is.
Not like our president, which has got, he's just a piece of jellyfish as far as I'm concerned. He's just a piece. I wouldn't even use him for bait, to be quite honest. And I'm not being derogative and ugly, believe you me, because I'm tired of him. He's spineless. He's got nothing. It's the same as Mr. Steenhuis. Mr. Steenhuis from the DA is a very clever man. I believe he's a highly intelligent human being. Personally, I think what he should be doing is walking away from the DA and going across to Mr. Gayton McKenzie with his CV and all his qualifications and applying for a job in the PA. He could become a brilliant advisor.
Exactly.
As a leader, I don't believe he's strong enough to be a leader. He just hasn't got that leadership in him.
He hasn't got that oomph.
He's got no spine. Not in an ugly way. What I mean,
not in an ugly
you
way.
have to be. You've got to be a strong character to lead the country, like a man like you yourself. You're prepared to stand up, play golf, and hit that ball with the extra punch. Am I correct in saying that? I think Steenhuis will go like oh no, I think I've hit it too far or something, because now I've got to walk after it.
Yeah, you can't
but
be
anyway, let's not get derogative about certain people.
No, but you can't be too soft.
But
Gayton McKenzie would be the best guy for
that's
that
my
job.
personal opinion. As I said, this will be up to you and your Congress who you decide who you would allow to take control, because we've known what's happened in the past. You give aid, and what do? They steal it. The people don't see it. I've seen it in Mozambique. I've seen it in Zimbabwe, where they'll take your food stuff that you give us, a mini meal, and then they leave it in the same bags, by the way, with the flag and everything. USA feeding the Africa and all the rest of it. They're selling those bags to the people there. It's not for free in the country that you've supplied already. It's there. It's for you to eat. And they're taking it and they're actually feeding themselves, or not those big fat knuckleheads in Parliament and that. Same thing that's happened here in South Africa, which is a lot of crap. It's BS. It's bullshit. I agree with you. But why don't you give one of the opposing parties to make them responsible and accountable for exactly what you do, and you want it in, like, you know how to control things. There you got, or Elon Musk and the Doge and all the rest of it.
Everything in order.
You can put this thing in order. At least the people of South Africa are not going to end up dying from AIDS because there's no medication. That would be a real thing. I believe you me, God will be very happy with you. I know He would. But denying, I don't think He's going to like that. So go down on your hands and knees tonight and pray. And I'll pray for you too, that you come up with a decent solution. And all the think tanks in South Africa can do the same thing. And let's not take it out on the people of South Africa. We're not bad people. There's some very good people here, great people.
Yeah, not everybody's bad.
Of all different colors, and it's got nothing to do with white or black, and it's got to do with humans. We are all humans at the end of the day. We all need to eat. We all need to have a cup of coffee, which our government actually now limited me to half a cup a day. I've been spoiled this evening because I'm doing this podcast. Thank you very much, my pumpkin. That's my wife I'm speaking to, by the way. And also, thank you very much to my brother who happened to bring me a cup, this packet of coffee, so I can have coffee, because I can't afford it anymore. It's becoming too expensive. Everything in this country is becoming ridiculously expensive. Now they're just going to triple it and triple it, triple it. Yes, I understand. You think that we're all ANC supporters. No. In fact, I was a DA supporter. No more, because I'm very disappointed in Mr. John Steinhuis. I do not believe he's a leader. He might be a highly intelligent human being, but his spine is a bit.
Sorry, Dad.
wobbly. Yeah.
With Steenhuisen, I think he's too soft.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. He's got no spine. He's a jellyfish
he's
too.
Far too soft.
We need people like Gaten McKenzie, a man who can stand up.
Oh, yes.
He's prepared to be held accountable for what he does.
Absolutely.
And he's got class.
And Neil de Beer, I love him.
I also love him too, but at the moment, let's stick there. As we said, there's 3 people in the country that which give us inspiration for this country. Who are they? Rob Hersov, Gaten McKenzie, Neil de Beer.
They've got balls.
No, what I like about them, but also I believe that they can also help with the solution in this country to get this country back on the right track.
Yes,
but
they've got balls.
But let's get back to the thing about this AIDS thing. I would really appreciate it if you would just take it into consideration, just to say, okay, what we can do is we can supply the aid to South Africa, the drugs or whatever it is that is required here, and all the help that we've been receiving from the rest of the world, which us as South Africans really appreciate. Can't we get that back? Just take it in consideration as a Christian, as a man that's got empathy. Just think of empathy as, we all know what empathy means. Those that don't know what empathy means,
go read it.
Go read up on it. Go to your Google. Go to your library. Go and ask the teachers and the academics what it means. It's a serious word, and it's very, very important. It's a sign of civilization. If you got empathy and that means you are civilized. No empathy, you are uncivilized. I'm sorry.
Definitely.
Anyway, I'd just like to say once again, please have a pleasant evening. All of you people out there, okay, it's evening. Yeah, I know in America it's still very early evening. Tonight, when you're sitting down and enjoying your meal, I want you to remember this. I love what I call my rainbow meal, which is a lekker stukkie boerewors, my pap, and my gravy, and my chakalaka. Oh, that's a lekker rainbow meal, ne? But at the moment, it looks like I'm going to have to stick to pap and gravy throughout the month, because I can't even afford boerewors anymore. That's how bad things are getting here. Now you want to take even my boerewors away from me as well, Mr. Trump. That's not nice. Think clearly what you're doing to South Africa. Do not isolate us because of a few knuckleheads in power. Take it out on the ANC.
I don't know if this is the right words, but yes, when you say think, people must not think about themselves. Don't be selfish. Empathy is not like that. Empathy means think about the other person. Put yourself in another person's shoes and walk that extra mile to think about what you're doing to the other individual. You might be angry with the world, but let's be honest, there are individuals in that world that are also suffering big time. So when you put your input and you do your thing with the world and you give your how can I say, and you give your authority and your signature and all that, think when you put your signature down on that piece of paper, because you might just be signing the wrong piece of paper. Be careful.
Could
There
be a
are,
death warrant for a lot of people.
exactly, there's a lot of people out there that are suffering, and you are actually putting a lot of people in jeopardy.
A lot of lives,
A
yes.
lot of lives. There are so many people. When I go out and I do my few little bits of shopping here and there, I see how many people that are suffering, and not everybody out there. Let me be honest with you guys. Not everybody out there that you see that are standing at the robots. I know what you guys think. I used to think the same thing. Everybody that's standing at the robots begging for money, begging for a loaf of bread, begging, they've got their boards in front of them. They're not all paras that people call them paras or drug addicts. They're not all of them are like that. Don't judge them because they stand at their robot. They've got maybe 10 kids to feed. They've, and it takes a woman and it takes a man to stand out there at the robots. Don't look down upon those people. Don't look down upon those people, because those people are trying their best to put a meal. They don't want to stand there at that robot. They don't want to stand at that robot. Please, let's think about what they are going through. That's also empathy. We know the drug world is a bad thing, and we know that it's been going on for many, many, many years. And everybody that you see at the robot, we judge them and we think, oh, they're begging for drugs. They're begging for drugs. Believe you me, not all of them are begging for drugs. So please try your best to help those guys out there. It's all about the individual and empathy.
So it's about the crime fitting, the punishment fitting the crime when it comes to drugs. You know my clear message on that. My clear message to the whole world is drug dealers, merchants, whatever you want to call those things, and people that manufacture that crap, you must make them eat their products in the court. In the court, you put the table there, you sit them down and say, hey, you want to sell this crap? Now you eat it until it's finished. All you bloody bastards. Remember, I don't care if they frigging die. I really don't. I know I'm supposed to be a man of God, but I'm telling you what, I think God will agree with me on this one. We don't need those assholes in our life. Thank you very much. Have a very pleasant evening further.
And then
Thank you very
again,
much.
to interrupt, sorry, Doug, but to interrupt, then again, the government needs to go to the core, to the root of these drugs. Because
That's what
yes,
I told you, where they come from. They come from the manufacturers. That's why I said that bastards must eat the shit.
exactly, because we know what it's like. We've been through all that, and we know what it's like. It hurts, it destroys families big time.
Anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about. The main subject is the aid and the sanctions that are coming. One of these days, I want to pay 400 million rand for this cup of coffee. If it carries on like this with these knuckleheads in power, this ANC, they must get chopped out and thrown into the sea. Never mind all the white people. They should be the ones getting chased into the bloody sea. They're knuckleheads. They can't think further than their bloody noses. They said the wrong thing.
And we would think that obviously people would actually have observed that after so many years. You'd think people would have absorbed and observed what has been going on in our country after so many years, and they still vote for the wrong people. Anyways, we're going to end off tonight, eh, Doug? So
yeah, okay. Good night, people. Love you all. Remember now, don't
care.
take crap from anybody, and don't take drugs. No ways. Don't not come near me with drugs. I will force it down your bloody throat. I hate that stuff. I hate it.
That's another topic, guys. When we see each other or meet each other again, that's another topic. Take care.
Okay. Good night. Good night. Love you all.
The next debate will be on drugs.
Sorry, that's podcast number 5 now. Thank you.
Please like and subscribe, and really appreciate your input on this one. Comments below. I don't see no comments. Please comment. It's nice
if you've got a spine, you'll
to have a comment from somebody at least. Thank you. Take care. God bless.